We're back to live here for the second period of action. Sprague, Finn, and Falk. Fitzgerald and Van Summeren. Fargo brought it in offsides, then in a very non-sportsmanlike way, took a shot after the whistle had sounded. Fargo controls off the draw. Sent in. Skips over the stick of Van Summeren, forcing him to retreat. Van Summeren, good pass there to Falk. Falk up that left side, gets it out of the zone. Across the red line, or over to a charging Sprague. Sprague's shot goes wide. This is Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald to Van Summeren. Sent deep by Falk. Shots. If you missed it in that end of the first period, we're 15-4, according to my count. That sort of signaled how Edina was dominating that first period. But these shots have gone wide so far. Edina is set up in the Fargo zone. This is Edina in green. Fargo in. Oh, that's a good shot. That was a good shot by Bodie Finn. I just told his father how well he's been playing this weekend. And that was Finn from Sprague and just blasted it. I think a note to Fargo, they may want to cover 5 if he's alone in the slot like that. That goalie's going to have no chance on that one. It's now 4-0. Similar to the first period, we scored in the first minute of play. We now scored in the first minute of the second period. Off this draw, Salmon pursuing. That actually wasn't offsides, I don't think, but the referee blew his whistle. Draw will be coming up in the neutral zone. It's 4-0. If we look ahead past this game, you never want to do that, but up 4-0 and controlling shots and momentum and everything in the way that we are, we can probably look forward to the next game. Oh, here's a turnover. Oh, off the crossbar. I was just going to say that we're playing East Grand Forest, which has been sort of the toast of the tournament so far. Somebody Edina have been undefeated. There's a shot, save, still loose. Eventually, the goalie's going to cover it up. They are playing Cloquet in the neighboring rink. And I think the score was tied through one period, which again was a surprising result. You sort of see. I think they have two different pools set up. There's a shot from Keel from the point. That should be Keel from Torrens. Gets by everyone. Good goal there. Off the draw, one cleanly back to Keel. Makes it 5-0. But East Grand Forks is at least caught in a tie game so far. That's the team we play at 5 o'clock Central Time this afternoon. This is offsides now on Fargo. We've had some disjointed start. We scored 2 goals in the first 90 seconds of the second period. Everyone's sort of back breathing a little bit more freely here with a 5-goal lead. Controlled by Fargo, they send it in, but Saber stops it from going deep. He sends it to his D partner, Keel. Oh, good pass there. Here's Roy on a breakaway. Goal. So that should be Roy from White and Keel. That goalie similarly had no chance. That was a really good move by by Roy. Just shelved it from in close on his backhand. We now have a 6-goal lead, 6-0. As we learned yesterday, that's the point at which it'll be running time, but I'm assuming that's only in the third period. Off this draw. It's a good shot there by Roy towards the net, saved. Here comes Fargo back the other way. They're content to just dump it in. They had a little bit of momentum there. Probably could have tried to do more with it. Sprague lays a hit behind the net. White tried to clear, but it's not out. There's Engel defending. Engel takes it behind the net. He's going to push it forward to Roy. What White did so well on that pass was just send it into open space. I don't think that White knew exactly where Roy was, but he sent it with just enough speed that Roy was able to collect it. Here's White walking in. Poke checked away from him. Goes to Fitzgerald. Down to White. Again, it almost looks like we're in a power play, even though it's 5-on-5. I think Fargo is starting to lose their will to play this game as they just ice it down. Skater probably could have skated it out. Only a couple minutes into the second period. We got shots this period at 4-0. And I've got goals scored at 3 of those shots. This is Falk pursuing off the draw. Good job of Van Summeren holding that line. There's Falk off those sideboards, sent it into Torin. Still battling is Falk. Falk back to Torin, back to Falk. Gets tiring if you're in Fargo's seats, just struggling to get it out of the zone, struggling to get any breakouts happening. They are able to get it out now, though. They go across the blue line, and then they're just sending it in. They're not even trying to send shots towards the goal. This is reminiscent of the Albert Lee game where we were just so thoroughly outmatching them last night. Puck is still loose now. Finn has it on his stick. Finn skates up the near boards. Finn gets it to Falk. They are going to call a penalty here on Fargo. I think it's going to be a slash. I think it's only the second power play for Edina. It is, in fact, a slash with 13:18 left in the period. Edina goes on the power play. Sprague, Salmon, Seaman, Keel, and Engel out there for the green. This is Sprague on the draw. Fargo's able to chip it beyond Engel, forcing a retreat. Sprague with it now. He gets it to Keel. Keel back to Engel. Engel back to Keel. Keel's going to take it across the red line. Drive. And he puts on the brakes at the goal line. Gives it to Sprague. Sprague's got time, trying to feed it into Seaman in front. Now they do get it to Seaman, but defended in the end. Keel, top of the circles. Down to Seaman at the goal line. Edina's looking good on this power play. Salmon, Sprague. There's Engel. Salmon, Sprague. Centering pass, looking for Seaman, gets through everyone. Good job by Keel coming in, kept it in momentarily. Now Fargo does clear the zone. Engel has it in the neutral zone. He's going to skate in. He gets across the blue line. It's around a player. Now Engel feeds Fitzgerald. Back to Engel. Engel has space to walk in. This is Engel. Back to Fitzgerald. Back to Engel. Sent towards Seaman. Gets past him. Sprague. This has just been complete control here on this power play. Sprague. Looking behind the net. Centering pass. Looking for Salmon. Salmon gets hauled down. Not a call there. Both teams at full strength. Centering pass. Van Summeren. Good save there. It wasn't that Edina had that many shots, but they had good opportunities. They kept trying to feed Seaman, who was doing a good job of posting up front in front of the net. Finally, the puck squirted free to Van Summeren, back to 5-on-5, and he took a ripper shot that the goalie made a really good glove save on it. This goalie for Albert Lee's played pretty well. I'm sorry, not Albert Lee, Fargo. Confusing the game from yesterday. That's Torin harassing the defender. He got it to Roy. Roy down at the goal line. Cross ice to White. White tipped towards the net. Goalie hangs on. 10:54. Back to 5-on-5. 6-goal lead. Torrin on the draw. Won by Fargo. And Fargo sent it up and into the seating area. That's Mike Sabers getting up from his seated position to go get the puck. Draw remains in the Fargo zone. Controlled by Fargo off that draw. Torrin was able to intercept it. Gets it over to Roy. Here's Roy at the sideboards. Back to Torrin. Torrin back to Fitzgerald. It's just, it looks like it's a power play, and there's actually 5-on-5 hockey right now. That is Torrin again. Leaves it there for White. Surprised Fargo is letting their players be that passive. I think Fargo's going to get another penalty. Fargo's getting another penalty. Spindler comes to the bench. White to Fitzgerald. Sorry, that's not Fitzgerald. This is Fitzgerald. That was Torrin. There's White to Torrin. I'm sorry, Fitzgerald to Torrin. To White. Shot from the outside. Save. Eventually, Fargo gets possession. Leads to the whistle. Draw will stay here. Edina's going to go back on the power play for 2 minutes. High sticking is the call on that penalty. 9:59 left in the second period. That draw was controlled by Fargo. Held in there by Falk. And then they chip it by Saber. Icing's called off as that had hit Saber. Keel's got a guy on him. Good job by Keel coming up with that puck cleanly. He goes cross ice. Sprague. Sprague to Finn. This is a dangerous spot for Finn. Good save there by the goalie. Goalie stood his ground, made a really good save. I've got shots this period at 8-0 in favor of Edina. There's really been no time in the Edina zone. We're about 7.5 minutes into the period. Here's Sprague again on the draw. Same skaters out here for Edina. Fargo does get it out. Now they send down a penalty killer. Well defended by Keel. Sabers back to collect the puck. He goes behind the net. His head up. He's got Finn. Here's Finn. Through the neutral zone across the blue line. Finn. Pass. Oh, good try to get it across the ice to Falk. Saber. Saber back to Keel. There's Keel. Now we have time. Falk. Sprague. Pass towards the net. There's 2 shots on goal. Eventually the goalie's able to cover it up. New skaters coming out on the power play for Edina. There's 49 seconds left in the one-man advantage. If this result stays the same going into the third period, or if Edina builds the lead, we should be in running time for all of the third period. That draw was one cleanly back to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald fakes the shot. Down to Torrin. Torrin back to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald back to Torrin. Here's Torrin. He's got a space to walk in. Oh, I think he just hit off the crossbar. Went up, not out. So Torrin's still with it. Oh, good pass. Cross ice to Seaman. His shot one-timer goes wide. Oh, then good play there by the goalie. He intercepted the cross ice pass. It hit into the air, and then as Edina players were swinging at it in the air, the Fargo goalie was able to catch it like a catcher catches a foul-tipped ball. Sat under it and caught it. And then 20 seconds left on the one-man advantage. Salmon. To Torrin. Back to Fitzgerald. Back to Salmon. Centering pass. Got by Seaman. 5-on-5 hockey. Fargo successfully killed off the penalty. Seaman's pass gets past Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald sends it to his partner, Engel. Engel behind the net, back to Fitzgerald. Good passing there, good control of the puck. Here's Salmon. Salmon comes across the blue line, grabs that right side, puts on the brakes there, feeds it back to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald gets by one man, and his back in, gets it down low to Salmon to Sprague. Here's Sprague walking across. Sprague has Keel. He's going to elect to go around the defender. Here comes Sprague. Sprague centering passes Salmon. Save there by the goaltender. After giving up goals on the first, I think 3 of the first 4 shots he saved, the goalie has now had a string of really good saves to keep Fargo somewhat in this game, down 6 goals. He hasn't given up anything for the last several minutes of game time. We're down to 7:10 left in the third. Off that draw, Sprague wins it cleanly, takes it towards the net. Now he goes below the goal line. Gets it to Roy. Roy back to Sprague. Fargo does clear the zone. Now, like they have been doing, they get across the red line and send it down low, force a retreat, but they haven't really been a threat to get any shots on goal lately. Here's White cross ice. Sprague. Sprague gets by one man with it. Sprague centering to Roy. I think the goalie made a save on that one. There's White set up. Back to Van Summeren. Over to Keel. Keel, big shot there. He passed that one to Roy. Roy had a defender on him, though. Here's White. Has a poke check away from him momentarily. White gets hauled down. Sends it to Roy. Roy's got 3 defenders on him, but back to White. White shot. Tipped high and wide. Sprague now with it. Again, it reminds us of a power play. Just Edina in control, 5-on-5, 5-on-4. Van Summeren shot tipped just wide by Roy. Roy's doing a good job of getting low for those tips. Sent down by Fargo. This should be an ice. Looks like it's going to stay away from goaltender Spindler. Spindler has not faced any action according to my count here in the second period, and we've played about 11 and a half minutes. My shots are 11-0 this period. Torin, Falk, Finn, Engel, and Saber out for the green. There's Saber holding it in. Eventually, Torin with it. Good pass there. Torin to Falk. Falk couldn't find the handle. Fargo with it. Could have been, it's going to be a slashing penalty. I thought that was going to be a slashing penalty. It's going to slash on Torin. Edina's going to go to the box here, allowing Fargo to see what they can do on the power play. There's 5 minutes and 20 seconds left. That was Torin for slashing. Falk and Finn are going to remain out there and start killing the penalty along with Engel and Saber. First time we've been in this end. It's actually because there's a resurface. This looks like it's a fresh resurfacing, whereas the other one is all chewed up. There's Finn almost breaking out on the penalty kill. It's Engel defending. Falk with it. Falk trying to get to the red line and send it down. Poke checked away from him in the neutral zone. There's Engel. Finn battling there at the point. It's an aggressive penalty kill so far. No shots generated by Fargo. Engel comes up with it to Falk. Now the minute 15 left in the power play. Fargo's going to try to turn it quickly as Edina was changing. There's Fargo across the red line, across the blue line. They send it down low. I don't know what they're calling there. Is that offsides? I think they called too many men in the ice. I think they're calling it too many men in the ice penalty for Fargo. Too many men. That's Fargo's 4th penalty of the game, according to my count. negates the power play. There's going to be 1 minute and 2 seconds of 4-on-4 hockey. And then Edina will have the power play for the remaining 58 seconds. A lot of space out here, 4-on-4. Edina's been dominating possession so much already. There's Salmon on attempted wraparound. Stopped there by the goalie. No goal. He fell on it, and that'll lead to a draw in the Fargo end. Salmon wins that one cleanly back to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald walks across the blue line. Near boards to Salmon. To Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald shot from the outside. Save. Seaman was looking for the rebound. Salmon intercepts in the neutral zone. Van Sumlin to Fitzgerald. To Salmon. Sent in by Fargo. This is Fitzgerald retreating. Poke checked away there by Spindler. Shot goes wide. Spindler doesn't have a stick. Held in by Fargo. Poke checked away by Van Sumlin. Van Sumlin comes up with a puck. Yang is about to be full strength and go on the power play. That's Salmon down those far boards. Edina back at full strength. Pass Thorne. Here comes Torin. Fresh shot coming off the box. Gets it to Seaman. Seaman is at the face-off dot. Now Seaman's down low. Centers it. Roy was going to try to catch it, but instead he tried to take it off his leg. Sent down by Fargo. Referee's arm is up. That's going to be an ice. Down to 2 minutes and 56 seconds left in the second period, so under 3 in the second. Score is 6-0. Fargo has another 35 seconds to kill on the penalty. Power play unit now is Sprague, Roy, White, Keel, and Saber. Keel holds it in. Sent it down Lotus to Roy. White. Back to Saber. Saber to Keel. Down to Sprague. Cross ice to Roy. 10 seconds remaining on the penalty. Sprague, shot save. There's Roy. Sprague. White. Has it poke checked away from him. Oh, good job there by Roy coming up with that puck. He's just battling hard. Roy sends it around the net to Sprague. Sprague coming off those sideboards. We're at 5-on-5 hockey. So no shots recorded this period for Fargo. Sprague to Keel. Cross ice to Saber. Saber coming on that left side across the blue line. Here's Saber. Back down to Roy. Roy's got a guy on him. Sprague. Oh, nice try looking for White on the far post. Here goes White by everyone. Shot save. Roy almost was able to battle in the rebound. Roy to Sprague. Sprague. He's got no one on him, so he's going to walk it in. Shot save. Rebound save. Puck still loose. Keel. Shot tipped wide. Just complete control here. Good job there by Roy. No, I was wondering were they going to give Roy a penalty. It looks like they will. Roy's going to go to the box. Roy goes for slashing. We're in the final minute of the second period, 45 seconds left. Finn and Falk to kill, along with Engel and Fitzgerald. Spindler has yet to face any shots this period. Fargo. Shot. Good job by Finn getting in front of that one. This is Finn battling on these near boards. Finn able to get it up and uses the glass to get it down. I can't tell if this is going to go for icing. No icing as it's waved off. Finn then pursues. Falk wins that puck to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald the angle. Now Edina's trying to play keep away here in the final 15 seconds of the period. Player for Fargo goes down. Spectacular fall there. They go DDD down to final 5 seconds. Had no shots recorded that period for Fargo. I had 5, 10, 15, 17 recording for Edina. So 2-period total is 32. 2-period total of 4 for Fargo. So 32-4. Becomes extremely dominating when you score more goals than the other team has shots. That's a metric of pretty much complete domination. That's the stage we're at right now, where it's 32-4 through 2 periods. And we should have a running time 3rd period, assuming Fargo isn't able to get back on the board. During that last intermission, talking to some of the other dads who are up here, there's mostly dads up here, but talking to some of the other dads, they were saying how nice it is to see Edina start scoring again. Felt like we had a stretch where we were struggling to score, but now we're back in the scoring column. I know I had given the update on East Grand Forks Cloquet in the neighboring rink. It is no longer a tie game. East Grand Forks is now up 5-1. So that's the team we meet next time. Yep, with 1 minute left in the 2nd period, East Grand Forks up 5-1. So they should have a lot of momentum going into our game. Yep, still in the 2nd period of that game. East Grand Forks is on the Minnesota side. This team we're playing here is on the North Dakota side. So we would not meet Fargo in a state tournament or anything of the sort. But East Grand Forks is actually hosting the state tournament, and they are on this side of the river, meaning we could run into that team later as well. Edina's still short-handed for another minute 15. It will be running time, so it could go quickly if there's any whistles. Power play for Fargo to start out here. Falk and Finn. There's Van Summeren defending along with Keel. Van Summeren poke checks it away, but sent towards the net, and then it goes wide. Finn's got a guy on him. He is able to get it out of the zone, though, then not smartly sent back in by Fargo. That's going to be a offsides. Clock still is running, so 16 minutes and 30 seconds and counting. That's another offside. 2 offsides where the players did not look up to realize that they had their own guys in the zone. That's a way to kill off the penalty. Each of these draws probably take 10 to 15 seconds. Clock is still running. We're down to 20 seconds remaining on the power play for Fargo. This is Keel. Keel pushes it to Finn, gets beyond Finn. Sent back in the neutral zone by Fargo. Finn gets it back on his stick. Now he pokes it forward. Finn, who scored goals in each of the last 2 games. They've been spectacular shows of strength and force on those shots. Edina's back at full strength. Finn's hungry for more. It's poke checked away by Van Summeren. Good job of holding that line. Now Torin pushes it into the Fargo zone. Fargo retreats behind their net. Still no shots this period. That's Salmon. Stolen from him. Turnover. Shot that was going wide, but pad save from the goaltender. There's Seaman. Trying to find Salmon, but stolen from him. Van Summeren here in the neutral zone. Van Summeren across to Keel. Keel Got it to Torrin in the neutral zone. Sent low. Good job by Van Summeren of holding his ground. Ben's had a great game today. He's sent it in front of Seaman, who was in hot pursuit of that one. Salmon. Torrin. Centering pass. Salmon stops below the goal line. Gets it to Seaman. This is Torrin. Seaman had two guys on him. Saber over to Engel. Engel walks in, top of the circle. Shot. Got a player on him. There's Salmon. Salmon goes down momentarily, but still with the puck. Torrin. Try to get it to Seaman. We're less than 14 minutes in running. As I always say, when it's running time in the third period and we're up, it's nice if there's a meal that we're going to be going to, and we're going to a meal right after this. So this should just be earlier that we'll be able to get to lunch. That was Torrin who eventually sent it all the way in as Edina gets fresh skaters out there. Here's Fargo. They send it towards the net. That's a shot on goal. First one since the first period. There's Sprague to Fitzgerald. Headman to Roy. Here's Roy coming on the left side. Roy, top of the circle. Good pass there to White. White's shot went wide. Sprague got taken down. He's slow getting up. Fitzgerald to Van Summeren to Roy. Roy to White, good pass there. There's White by one man. White shot. Blocker saved by Fargo. At the point, Fitzgerald faked the shot, then had it poke checked off his stick. This is an opportunity for Fargo. Good job by Sprague coming back, but still loose, still dangerous. Shot saved by Spindler. Good job by Spindler staying active, staying into this game. 12:30 and counting left in the third period with a 6-goal advantage. We're in the running time. It's a beautiful day here up in Roseau. It's still windy and cold. A number of us walked from the hotel instead of taking the bus. It's about, I actually counted it, right? My watch counted it. It's 3/4 of a mile from the hotel. We're kind of going with the wind, but it's definitely cold. It's sort of in a real feel temperature with a wind chill of probably certainly less than 20 degrees, maybe like 12 to 15. Good job by Falk there. This is the calm before the storm. There's a snowstorm coming tonight. They're saying sort of 3 to 6 inches tonight into tomorrow morning. It's Finn on the forecheck. The boys sure look like they got a good night's rest yesterday. They started this one quickly, scoring in the first minute. Built a 3-0 lead through one, a 6-0 lead through two. No goals scored yet in the third with a running time. Fargo is going to the box again. They took down Finn. Let's see what the call is. 2 minutes for interference. This is the nice perch from this Memorial Arena. So yesterday we broadcasted from is the North Arena. It's still in the same complex, so it'd be sort of like West Rink. We're sort of in the equivalent of the West Arena in Edina. This is where the high school team plays. It's the beautiful old one. It's got all the state champion banners that I showed the other day hanging from the rafters. The other rink would be sort of like the South Rink. So it's in the same complex. It's, I don't know, maybe 50 yards away, 80 yards away. But for some reason I have 5 full bars of cellular here, and I had 1 or 0 there. There's a shot saved by Sprague. And it's just kind of ironic or funny. So they do need some infrastructure improvements here, at least getting the cell spot. I don't know if there's more metal. I don't know it's not as conductive, but right here we're getting plenty of it. And then you go over there and just get none. That draws one cleanly back to Keel. Keel back to Salmon. Salmon to Sprague. To Salmon. Edina well set up on this power play. This is good power play practice. These are going to be important in that afternoon's game. Here's Salmon. Back to Sprague. Sprague from nearby takes a shot that hits off the side of the net. Seaman. Back to Sprague. Down to 10 minutes left. There's a shot and a save. So this game is less interesting than it was earlier, so I'll just tell them a little bit more about what's happening up here. We had a nice dinner directly after the Albert Lee game yesterday at a restaurant bar. Kids, we had area in the back room, so kids were able to sort of let off some steam. This is White in a dangerous spot. His shot goes wide. That was a good pass by Roy. And you wouldn't believe it, moms, but the kids independently started playing musical chairs. That's how they occupy themselves. And they occupy themselves doing that for like more than 30 minutes. They had multiple games of musical chairs going, the little boom box. They started with like 12 chairs. Someone had to be the judge. Someone had to be the boom box operator. And then they would, keep one less chair than the number of participants, go walk around. They were playing the tunes, and then it's just the old-fashioned musical chairs, and that's how they entertain themselves. That was Roy with a good shot off the draw. The people working at the restaurant had said they've never seen a group of boys just independently start playing musical chairs. But then after we sort of did a shift where we fed the boys and then fed the adults, boys were back at the hotel by sort of 8:30 or 9. I think some of the adults were out much later than that. In case folks had made this trip in the past and were wondering if there's been any updates to the American in Roseau, there have been absolutely no upgrades, no updates. Still the same old crummy gym. I haven't been in the pool area, but I'm assuming it still has like a chlorine level 3 times the normal for a pool. Oh, that's a turnover momentarily, then a recovery. Is Engel with it now? Engel over to Fitzgerald. Yesterday we did the whole bowling activity. It's kind of the same things everyone's always done. This is my 4th trip up here, and it's kind of the same itinerary. It just depends on when your games are scheduled, is when you do the certain activities. The boys had fun doing bowling. It was sort of yesterday's lunch and afternoon activity. There's Fitzgerald to Engel. Engel tried to get it to Fitzgerald, but went by. That led to a shot by Fargo. Fargo had 0 shots in the 3rd period. According to my count, they already have 3 here they had 0 shots in the 2nd period and 3 here already in the 3rd. Down to 7:20 and running left in the game. It's Engel, pushes it to White. White gets by a man. Here's an opportunity, 3-on-2 for Edina. Got Fitzgerald trailing. Well defended so far. Oh, and then White just stood up the guy who tried to make a hit on him. Nice play there by White. Keel keeps the puck in. There's Keel. Keel takes it and sends it all the way down. Less than 7 minutes left. Held in there nicely by Keel again. Oh, nice centering attempt. He was looking for Falk. This is going to be Sprague for a hit. I think he's going to get for roughing. And he just took a unnecessary run at a player. It's Keel with it. He gets control and that leads to the whistle. Sprague goes to the box. Roughing is the call on Sprague. This is Falk battling there with Finn. Still not out. Keel pokes it to his defensive partner Van Summeren. Still not out. Fargo holds it in. We're down to 6 minutes left. Here comes Falk through the neutral zone. He's got Finn on the other side. Tried to send it to Finn. Intercepted on the way to him. Here comes Fargo back the other way. Fargo across the blue line. Poke checked away there by Van Summeren. Shot goes well wide from Fargo. Fargo with it. Van Summeren battling behind the net. This is Fargo still in the power play for another 48 seconds. A Fargo player takes a couple of shots at Van Summeren, not called. Led to a shot and a save there by Spindler. Engel with it. Engel got it out of the zone. Poke checked away by Van Summeren. Here comes Van Summeren nearby. Van Summeren across the red line, sends it all the way in. Fresh skaters coming out for Edina. I think we're sensing frustration from Fargo. Kids are going to need to keep their heads up here. This is sent in, and Spindler steered it to the side. Engel able to get that one out of the area, not out of the zone. It's a hand pass as Fargo sent it to their own player in the offensive zone with a hand pass. I got 2 shots out of that sequence, and I'm entirely sure there's a couple that were coming in and out. This player for Fargo is debating the hand pass. I've never seen that called a penalty. He's not saying. The referee's saying it's not a penalty. He's just saying that it was just a hand pass. Just an infraction, not a penalty. He led to some comedic relief here. Player was skating over for a penalty. We're down to 3 minutes and 30 seconds left and counting. Held in there nicely by Saber. Sent towards the net, centering pass. These referees do a really good job, I've always found, up at Roseau. These are no doubt locals. They no doubt have a ton of hockey knowledge, and I think they probably do these tournaments just about every weekend of the year. Yep, Roseau Rickies reminding us that it's 6-1 in the East Grand Forks Cloquet game. East Grand Forks will be playing the next game. They beat Osseo Maple Grove. That's a common opponent. They beat them, I think, 6-3 on Friday. This is Fargo with it. Saber sends it wide. Bounces off hard. Oh, what a good goal there by White. That should be White from Saber. Makes it 7-0. I think the goalie just got a little lazy on getting back to his post after it bounced off the board when Saber sent it wide, and White just quickly maneuvered it and got the shot past the goalie who was out of position. So folks who have not been here before, imagine the flattest place you've ever been to on Earth, and that is Roseau. There is literally not a single foot of elevation anywhere to be seen for like 100 miles. And there's a lot of farmland around town. There's a really actually charming little downtown, like kind of a small town downtown. That's where we had lunch yesterday. That's where the bowling alley is. As Van Summeren sent it out, he was looking for keel. But it is as flat as can be. The wind whips up here. I went for a run yesterday, late morning, and there's probably 20, 30 mile an hour winds, and it was all coming from the west. So you ran out to the east, came back to the west, and it was like, I don't know the last time we've ever run to 20 to 30 mile an hour winds in one direction, but that's exactly what my run looked like. I decided not to do the same today and use the very old treadmill. There's one single treadmill in the gym. Got a last minute here. Hopefully anyone who's still watching this game in a 7-0 win, hopefully everyone's okay with my selected commentary and less about the game. You know, this economy, I think, no doubt thrives. There's a shot by Sprague as he dangled through a couple Fargo defenders. Looking for Finn on the one-timer, then Finn drives it towards the net. Nice Falk to Sprague. I think just about every weekend of the year they're doing a tournament up here. And they use these beautiful facilities. That's, they are calling a penalty. They're calling a penalty on Fargo. I think it's for slashing. We're down to 22 seconds left. We may not even get that penalty as it's delayed, and Fitzgerald just sets up behind the net. Fitzgerald to Finn. About 8 seconds. We just about do it as Seaman takes it in. Guy takes a run at Seaman. Seaman gets a shot on goal and that runs it out. Outshots that last period at 9 for Edina, 5 for Fargo. Edina finished on my count at 41. Fargo finished 9 on their count, so 7-0 is the final score. Shots that I had were 41-9, and that's about it.